Hey guys, it's Shan. Welcome back to another car feature video. And today I'm featuring my FMS2 full sliding damper car. As you can see, the front and the back as well over here. And it also has body damper too, and it's mostly carbon. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the parts that I picked in addition to some of the reasons why I used them. First part is the Super 2 chassis that I got from the Kumamon set, the Kumamon kit basically. This is the S2 chassis from that, item number 95068, and that's the one from that set because as you can see everything's all black. I just wanted it to be all black in terms of basically color matching, and the ABS is perfectly fine when you're using it for builds like this, where like for basically tracks that are technical, or if you want more speed or slower, either way it's perfectly fine. Next part is the body. This is the Thundershot polycarbonate body, item number 15502, and the reason why I picked it is because of a number of things. One, when I was a kid, this was the first kit that I got from my dad, which was the the Thundershot Junior. And in addition to that, it's also pretty good for using for FM because as you can see, it has a pretty high front and it's pretty good for you to actually use it for like cutting and in terms of design and stuff like that, at least for appearance's sake. And it looks pretty cool like that, even though it's not, the motor is supposed to be in the back. Anyway, next part is the basically one of the most important parts for this car, the front 3-point attachment. Let me point it out so you guys can see it. This piece right here, yep, right there, that's basically where the bumper goes to, because it used to be where the back is, now that's where the front is going to be. And that's a pretty important point in terms of where all of the hits are going to come to. Basically, this is supposed to absorb a lot of impact. That's why I picked carbon. That's one of the reasons why, and it's pretty sturdy and it has served me pretty well. Next piece is the bumper. Basically, this bumper is kind of a double layer. You guys could see it. There's 2 layers of it. That one and then this one right under it, and as you can see it's countersunk as well, so that the screws do not rub on the track and damage it. It's 2 layers. The way that it's mounted at the front, let's go back to this. Let's say this was the bottom piece, and then this piece is actually, let's say if I'm using 2 of them, this is cut off, right? This whole side right here, straight through, so that what it does is that the upper piece is actually bumping up against the 3-point attachment. Like, let's say this is the bumper and then this is the 3-point attachment. It's pushed up against itself so that it does not like wiggle out of place as much. Next piece, oh wait, it's item number 15499. I don't remember if I said that. The next piece is the HGFRP wide rear stay carbon reinforced 95257. This is the sliding damper piece, and this piece right here, that whole piece is 3 millimeters right there. And as you can see, this is where the sliding damper like lines are, basically the slots. And this was custom cut from China. And I'm not against doing stuff like that. This is still a Tamiya part, and there's no rules against using aftermarket, basically people who do mods for you. That's perfectly okay, as long as you keep using Tamiya parts. That's all within the rules. And I got it from them, and as you can see, it slides pretty well. I'm using the stiff springs right here, and it slides pretty well for me. But right now the stiff ones, they're in the configuration where I actually had it on the last racetrack. And next, that same piece is also on the back right here. This is also a same 3-point piece right there. Not 3-point, but the 3mm carbon. That's the exact same one. It's just cut differently for the back. Okay, next piece is the reinforcing plate set, the 1.5mm. There's quite a few of them on the car. There's actually quite a lot. This piece right here, where the sliding damper is catching, under the angle plate right here, under the sliding damper plate, it's also the same piece. This piece right here, also the rare 3mm catch, is the same thing. And this piece right here and this piece right here is also the same part. This is, of course, the body damper swing arm. Let me double check and make sure that's all of them. Yep, that's all of them. And those are all the pieces where I used that particular part. Next part is the rollers. That's right, the Super X rollers. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know where it's from. The Super XX Evo 1. This is the rollers that are actually mounted on the back, and the item number is 94780. And I picked them only because they're blue and they match pretty well, and they spin kind of okay. This one I have not cleaned in a while, so it's kind of slow, but this one spins pretty well. Next part is actually the what do you call it, the stabilizer wheel that I used right here. This is a Super X wheel, the small diameter. You can get it from the item number 94316, which is the reinforced carbon Super X chassis. And it comes with a full set. It comes with that chassis, but I don't use the Super X, so I only got the wheels from it and I use them as stabilizers. And they're pretty good for stabilizing because it has more contact on the wall when it's leaning, and it helps prevent too much lean, which will lose you time and momentum when you're cornering. Next piece is the 2mm cap screw set. I use the 25s at the front and then the 30s at the back. They're good because they are stiff and they're pretty tough, and it takes a really huge impact before they actually start to bend, or even then they're less likely to bend at that point. Item number is 15454. All right, there's also another one. This is another 25mm set of the cap screw as well. I'll show you. There you go. That's a 25mm cap screw as well. Okay, let's go back to the other side. These are the countersunk screw set. And I haven't really talked about the countersunk screws. I'm not sure if any of you guys, or like how many of you guys know what they're for, but I use them for making the mounts of my side dampers mostly. That's the biggest reason why you use them for. It's to make it smooth. One of them is to make your underguards smooth, to make sure that they do not catch on anything. And that makes it so that your car doesn't slow down too, because like if you don't catch on the track, on gaps or on the walls too, then you're less likely to get caught and you're less likely to slow down, and you're less likely to lose and stuff like that. But the biggest reason why you use countersunk is for you to be able to lower your side mass dampers as low as you can. The lower your dampers are to the ground, the better it is. And I think my clearance is about 1.4. I do not have my, hold on, let me see if I could get my gauge. There you go. Oh, it's actually 1.5. Yeah, so this one's pretty high. I could drop it to 1mm or 1.1, and that might even be better for me, but now is not the time to do that. But yes, that is for balance, basically. The lower your dampers are to the ground, the better it is for balance. Next piece is actually quite complicated, hard to show. It's this piece right here. Here, let me point it out. Right here, this one, basically this whole plate that spans from this side all the way to the other side. This is the center mount of the body damper. Basically everything, nearly everything meets up to that side. The swing arm from here goes all the way here, and then that's basically where everything connects to, like the side dampers. This part is the 95088, and there's quite a bit of customization you have to do. You have to drill additional holes basically so that you can mount this here, and there's additional holes that you have to cut to for here as well too, so that you have two points on each part that's connected to it, two, so that it's stiff and it's strong and it doesn't shake out of place. Next part is item number 15497. This is the 13 and 19 millimeter roller reinforcing plate set. This is a 1.5 millimeter. Let me try and remember which ones I use for that. This piece is that part that I'm talking about. This piece as well, and of course the other side is the same. And lastly, from that piece is the rear underguard. This one was pretty custom made for this particular car, and I had to do quite a bit of, I had to spend quite a bit of time to make this to make me happy running this without actually, like, it stood up pretty well. It hasn't really broken, so I'm pretty happy about that. And it's countersunk as well too, so that to minimize any like catching and stuff like that. Next piece is the 2 millimeter 1319, and which is pretty rare, and it's on two parts, as you can see. One is over here, and then another one is over here. On my original FMS2 build, if you guys had watched it, I'll actually link it in the upper right corner right now. This piece was not originally there at the time when I built that first. When I built that, basically that was a fourth FMS2 car that I built in terms of like prototyping. I built other ones before it, and by this time I learned that in order for you to make it so that this whole piece does not shake out of place, you have to put something here. It doesn't have to be the 2 millimeter piece that I picked up and put on here. These are actually pretty old pieces, and I'm kind of regretting cutting them and using them for this, but which is fine. They were already like cut and misshapen anyway, so I used those. And yeah, that part is 95007. Those are hard to find now, and I used them for here and for here. And over here, what that does is that it raises the plate so that it doesn't like hit the underguard over here too. Next piece is the 19 millimeter aluminum rollers that are CNC cut. I bought these from JT Mad Tang. I don't know where he got them modified, but these are Tamiya parts, and they are CNC cut. And after you clean them again, they're going to be fast again. But this has seen quite a few weeks of racing, so they're kind of slow. But when you first originally get them, they're fast, and I may need to actually replace some of the bearings here, because this is on a sliding damper car, and the sliding damper cars actually take a bit of beating in terms of going through the corners on the digital curves. And this item number is 15426, just so that you guys know. And if you guys need to hunt down this part, I honestly don't know where to get him, I'll be honest with you. You may have to ask Mad Tang, but I don't know if he'll talk back to you. This next piece is one of the most important pieces. Not only do I use it for the rear mount, I also use it for my rear brake. This is item number 95260 right here. The rear multi-roller setting stay. And yes, this piece, you can see, goes all the way here, where everything on the back pretty much mounts, including the rear underguard for the rollers and the brakes. It's the same brakes it's the same piece that I use for brakes, as you can see right here. That's the exact same gap, except it's just flipped and going the other way. And this one I just had to, I trimmed this by hand. It was cut pretty straight, and I was pretty happy about that. On a side note, I actually did not look up the part number for this damper, but I used it for this, and this piece is actually countersunk in a pretty bad way. Perhaps the next time I will do better, but what that does is that it allows your car to have a little bit more balance because the damper is closer to the ground. And like I said before, the closer your dampers are to the ground, the better it is for balance. All right, some more pieces to go through. The AO 1011 620, the 6x2 millimeter bearings. Of course, I use them on all four. On this car, not only do I use them for the axles, for the drive shafts, I think they're the drive shafts. I also use it for the bearing that's inside of the counter gear right here. And they're very good. If you remove the cover, it's also another one of my videos, they get a lot smoother and your car gets a lot quieter. And a quiet car means less power loss. Next piece is the 72 millimeter reinforced shafts. Now I go and use them. There's one here and then there's one here. As you can tell, they are quite long and they are on pierced wheels basically. That's the only way that I would use a 72 millimeters if I had the pierced wheels or if I'm using Super X, but I don't, so that's okay. Next is, that's actually, I'm going to start talking about the tires now. They're in a combination of two different parts. First one is the item number 95254, the blue arch tires with the carbon wheels. This is another set that I got from Mad Tang because I don't have the tools for it, and that's and it was pretty good. This is a combination of the hard blue arch tires right here with the wheels, in addition to another part which is the super hard low profile tires, item number 95080, and that is these right here. The outer treads right here on the front, and the inner treads on the back right here, right there. That is for slipping on the back, and for the front is where the torque is coming from, so that's why I put it backwards, even though technically for FM this is the correct way. And lastly, actually a pretty important part of the build, is the 2mm aluminum lock nuts, and I have quite a few of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that's it. Maybe I missed something you guys should see. 20, yeah. 20. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. One of the reasons why you want to use the 2mm aluminum lock nuts is because they are lighter than the normal steel nuts that you get from the normal steel lock nuts. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I haven't compared them with the normal nuts, you know, the normal ones that you get from most of the parts or the kits. I haven't compared them with that, but switching over all of your steel lock nuts over to these is a huge weight loss, basically, in comparison to using these on all of those spots that I just pointed out to you. And that does save a lot of weight. And one of the other parts that I got here, I actually forgot to put in my notes. This is the double-sided tape. Yep. And this is a thickness of 0.5 millimeters, and as you can see, that was an issue on one of my last races. It actually started to fade pretty bad, and that's what ended up making me lose. And that's it. And there you have it, guys. This is my FMS2 full sliding damper build. also known as Dolores. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching. Go race.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, set, go!
Excuse me.
Oh, that's way back. Oh, boy. Did you just clear it? Look at the Lawrence go! He is mighty fine today. I know. Set, go! Wow, great. Oh! Here we go. Set, go! Wow. 3, 2, 1, go!
Damn! The car's fast! Catch up! 1,
Not
2,
bad.
oh!
We're sort of keeping up, sort of, huh?
There you go!
Thinking.
Damn it! There!
You're lucky, Pedro! Pakembot lang sa Dolores, pare. Pakembot lang siya.
Damn it! Someone call it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh. Somebody call it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, maybe not. 1. Wow. I need to charge 2. Oh! Watch out. 3. 4. Stay down. Ow.
3, 2, 1, go!
1. 2. It's too slow. 3. 4. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, other car too.
Is that... What's your name again?
Hmm?
What's your name again?
Dolores.
Dolores.
Yep.